make this running style work. Sparrow is not indoctrinated with that style. Henderson played for the Celtics, who love to run, and also the Sonics, who love to run.
Well, the Knicks are hoping Henderson fills that bill because they made a controversial trade that could cost them a lottery pick in a complicated deal with Seattle to get Henderson. But Henderson is starting today for only the third time since coming to the Knicks. Banks is open and hits. Gene Banks.
Bulls are really trying to diversify their offense. They're trying to get everybody on the scoring column.
They double Cartwright. McNeely throws the ball away. Talking about Banks coming in, Oakley went out after going 0 for 6 from the field, and already Banks has given the Bulls a dividend at that forward position. They doubled Banks. Paxson is open, and their best outside shooter, John Paxson, hits.
That is definitely one man you don't want to double off, John Paxson, because he'll kill you from out there.
And now a 20-second timeout called by the New York Knicks. Chris McNeely, who can play both forward positions. Bob Hill, first time a head coach on any level. He was an assistant at Kansas under Ted Owens and Larry Brown. Played at Bowling Green University and is 38 years old, but those are the basic facts about a man, and you had a chance to speak with him.
Now, the flip side of him is that he knows how to teach and organize from his long coaching experience as an assistant in the college ranks, but he's only been in the pros 1 year. Does he really understand the pro style of fast break, that he can teach it and organize it quickly for this Knicks team?
Not only the fast break, but when to make substitutions. A lot of times he's been kept with keeping his good people on the bench a little too long. How long does it take a guy to learn that kind of a thing?
I'll tell you, a college guy, the tempo of the pro game is so different than college that sometimes they never do catch on. In my opinion, it takes a college guy 5 years to really become a good pro coach.
Ewing misses from the baseline, and Banks gets the rebound. 21-12 the Knicks lead, and 3:42 remaining in the first period. Paxson hit his last shot, 2 in a row for John Paxson, who began the year on the bench, as Tommy mentioned. Bulls have scored 6 in a row now.
They haven't gotten their running game going as well as they would like, the Bulls.
And they'll call the foul against Paxson. The Bulls have not been a running team this year, as Paxson picks up his third personal foul, and we may be looking at Steve Coulter early. The Bulls have been a grinded out team, either by design or necessity. They say, according to Doug Collins, they don't have forwards who can really have that outside speed and fill the lane on a break.
Well, the guy that is the key player for speed on this team would be a Banks or a Sellers, who they think may come along, a 7-footer who can run. But they also don't push the ball up that quickly. That's why they got this man. They felt that he could get it up there with great speed, but he doesn't really know how to run the break with all its options.
Steve Coulter began the year as a starter, former Portland Trailblazer, but a woeful outside shooter at 36%. Corzine knocks it into the hands of Tucker. 8-point lead for the Knicks. 3:15 to go in the period. Coulter is guarding Henderson. McNeely was open. Not a good shooter normally. Misses there, and Corzine clears.
Right. When he gets the shot, he's really aiming.
Jordan with a screen from Waiters. Ewing clears, and the Knicks run. Henderson penetrates. And now Coulter pushes it up for the Bulls.
But not down the middle of the court.
Tucker is on Jordan now. McNeely helping out, and McNeely commits the foul. And the Knicks will bring in another big man, Pat Cummings, their best offensive rebounder, when we return to Madison Square Garden. 2:31 remaining in the opening period.
NBA's greatest game.
And don't forget, coming up next on CBS Sports, it's the John Hancock Sun Bowl with the 12th-ranked Huskies of Washington taking on the 13th-ranked Crimson Tide of Alabama and their punishing linebacker Cornelius Bennett. The John Hancock Sun Bowl coming up next right here on CBS Sports. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn on Christmas Day, where the Knicks lead the Chicago Bulls 22-14. That much time remaining in the first period. Leading scorers, Cartwright and Ewing for the Knicks each have 6. Jordan has 5 for the Bulls.
Charles Oakley, number 34.
Ewing has got the great speed to get up the court. And if you remember Akeem Olajuwon last year in the playoffs coming up as a cleanup rebounder on the fast break, that's what Bob Hill is hoping Ewing will become.
Charles Oakley comes back in the game for Chicago. Waiters goes out, so Corzine now becomes the center on this club. Michael Jordan scored 50 points. That was the most points of any opposing player in the new Garden when he got 50 on opening night against the Knicks.
And believe it or not, I truly believe Michael Jordan doesn't want to have to score 50 points a game. I think he wants to become a playmaker so this team can win.
McNeely low to Pat Cummings, working against Oakley. Strength against strength. And Oakley has position. Winding down and 2 minutes on the clock in the opening period.
Much too slow advancing the ball.
Jordan couldn't convert, gets his own rebound. Oakley got a good bounce pass into it. Jordan, a little bit off his game in this first period.
He's been front rimming, and that usually is an indication you're a little bit tired. And all those points in the prior games might be taking its toll on his legs.
Cummings setting a pick for Henderson. Tucker, who doesn't like to go to the hoop, pulls up. Cummings with the offensive rebound. He leads the club in that category.
He is a wonder, Pat Cummings. He can't leap 2 inches off the ground, but he knows how to carve out room to get the rebound.
Well, you had a guy named Silas who was pretty good at that.
And Don Nelson, too. He couldn't jump up in the air to beat his man.
Triple team Ewing put the shot up anyway and missed. And now the Bulls
Down by 6. And a foot block. And a 24-second clock. And we have some audio transmission problems, we understand, from the control room. And we apologize and hope you bear with us. One minute to go in the first period. Jordan finds an open man in Coulter. Coulter, who is the lowest shooting percentage in the NBA, 36%. Misses, and a turnover discontinued on Tucker's part, and it'll be Chicago ball.
That last Chicago possession was certainly what Michael Jordan would hope to do, is draw the defense, find the open man. Coulter had a wide open shot, and that's the shot he's been missing that they thought he could hit.
Trying to come within 4 of the Bulls. 7 on the shot clock. Knocked away, and 5 seconds on the clock. 29 in the period, and it's the Bulls trying to set something up.
5 seconds, Chicago.
Gene Banks inbound. Jordan way off balance, misses. And the Knicks, who have missed their last 8 shots, playing for the last shot of the period, leading by 6.
Gerald Henderson knows when to slow it down and when to put the heat on the defense.
Cummings with 8 seconds to go.
What a weapon when you got a power forward that can hit an outside shot like that.
And Jordan throws it away. And so this is a opening 12 minutes that Michael Jordan would like to forget, with the Knicks leading 24-16 and a chance to have a 10-point lead at the opening period if they score. Ewing. Ewing again, and it counts. Michael Jordan shot only 2 of 8 from the field, and the Knicks forge in front by 10 after 1 period at Madison Square Garden. Patrick Ewing started the season as a forward, didn't like it, obviously. It affected his play, and you can see how much better he feels and he's produced as a center.
More enthusiastic as a center. Was asking him an awful lot to do to play the power forward spot when he feels he's a center. But watch him go back, get the ball, and put it back in. Now, the real problem for Patrick Ewing as a power forward was that he felt he wouldn't look good as a defensive power forward. He's so used to playing stiff knee defense and shot blocking guys coming to the middle, to take a guy and then ask him to go out on the court, bend his knees, get down and play was like trying to get him